Welcome. Today we invite you to journey back in time to a place where rolling hills meet the morning mist and the air is thick with the promise of new beginnings. Today, we celebrate Stuart Cable, a man whose rhythm and spirit inspired millions, and whose laughter could light up even the darkest room. Our story starts in Cumaman, a small Welsh mining village nestled in the valleys, where Stuart was born in 1970. Life here was simple, but the sense of community was strong. Growing up surrounded by hard-working families, Stuart learned loyalty and humility early on. The village was a close-knit tapestry of neighbors who looked out for one another, and these values shaped Stuart's character. Even as a child he stood out. Full of energy, always smiling, and drawn to music. He was the kind of boy who could turn an ordinary day into an adventure, his laughter echoing down the narrow streets. The valleys echoed with his drumming long before anyone knew his name. Neighbors would pause to listen, amused and amazed by the rhythms coming from the Cable household. Stuart's father was a coal miner, and watching him taught Stuart the value of dedication. The grit and determination of the miners left a lasting impression on young Stuart, instilling in him a work ethic that would later drive his musical journey. Music wasn't just a hobby for Stuart, it was his calling. He poured his heart into every beat, practicing for hours, dreaming of something bigger than the village could offer. He bonded with Kelly Jones and Richard Jones, two friends who shared his passion for music. Together, they spent countless afternoons talking about their dreams, sketching out the future they hoped to build. The three friends spent hours listening to records, imagining themselves on stage, their names in lights. Music filled their days and fueled their ambitions. Stuart naturally gravitated to the drums, practicing relentlessly. The garage became his sanctuary, a place where he could lose himself in rhythm and dream without limits. His drumming became the heartbeat of their friendship and their sound. Every beat brought them closer, forging a bond that would last a lifetime. Together, they laid the foundation for something extraordinary, rehearsing in basements and small rooms, never losing sight of their shared dream. Before the fame, they were just three kids with a shared passion and a dream, united by music and the hope that one day, the world would listen. This is where the journey of Stereophonics truly began, a story born in the heart of the Welsh valleys, destined to echo far beyond. In the early 1990s, in the heart of the Welsh valleys, Stuart and his friends finally found their name, Stereophonics. It was a name that would soon echo far beyond their small hometown, capturing the spirit of their tight-knit group and their dreams of making it big. Stuart was more than a drummer. He was the band's driving force, always pushing them to rehearse harder and play better. His passion and determination inspired everyone around him. They played local pubs night after night, learning their craft, writing new songs, and slowly building a loyal following of fans who believed in their music. Stuart's stage presence was magnetic, his energy infectious, making every show unforgettable for those lucky enough to be there. Their big break finally came in 1996, when they signed with V2 Records. It was a moment that changed everything, opening doors they had only dreamed of. Suddenly, their dreams were within reach, and the band felt a new sense of excitement and possibility. Recording their debut album, Word Gets Around, Stuart's drumming stood out, powerful, emotional, and full of raw energy that set the tone for the band's sound. Tracks like 1,000 Trees and Local Boy in the Photograph showcased his talent, earning praise from critics and fans alike. The album's success launched them onto the national stage, turning their local story into a sensation across the UK. Stuart Cable, once just a boy from the valleys, was now a rock star, living the dream he'd always imagined. The world was about to hear the sound of Cumaman, a small village with a big story to tell. Stereophonics were just getting started, ready to take on whatever came next. Stereophonics' second album, Performance and Cocktails, hit number 1 in 1999. Stuart's explosive drumming became the band's signature. Songs like The Bartender and the Thief pulsed with his energy. The band toured the world, playing to massive crowds. Stuart's charisma made him a fan favorite, always smiling, always connecting. Their third album, Just Enough Education to Perform, brought global hits like Have a Nice Day. Stuart's steady rhythms anchored their sound, but fame brought pressure, and tensions grew. In 2003, Stuart left the band, a shock to fans, but the start of a new chapter. He'd already proven himself as a world-class drummer. Now, he was ready to explore new passions. After Stereophonics, Stuart's energy found a new home: radio. His wit and warmth made him a natural broadcaster. Starting on local Welsh radio, he quickly won over listeners. Stuart's authenticity set him apart. He spoke as a friend, not a presenter. He landed his own show, Cable Rock, on BBC Radio Wales. There, he championed new Welsh bands and classic rock alike. Stuart used his platform to help emerging artists, remembering his own journey. On air, he shared stories, laughter, and his deep love for music. Broadcasting became an extension of who he was. Wales embraced him all over again. At BBC Radio Wales, Stuart became a beloved national voice. His weekend show was a gathering place for music lovers across Wales. He built a community, reading fan messages, sharing stories, and playing great music. Stuart's pride in his Welsh roots shone through every broadcast. He was relatable, funny, and always genuine. Beyond his own show, he became a go-to BBC personality, known for his storytelling and interviews. His tales from the road were legendary, always delivered with humor and heart. Stuart's work in radio cemented his status as a Welsh icon. He reinvented himself, proving his talents went far beyond drumming. His voice became as loved as his music. To know Stuart Cable was to feel his energy and warmth. He had a way of lighting up any space he entered, making everyone feel instantly at ease. His laughter was infectious, and his presence was impossible to ignore. Friends and family remember his loyalty, generosity, and infectious spirit. He was always the first to offer a helping hand or a listening ear, no matter the situation. He was the life of every room. Booming laugh, magnetic presence. People gravitated toward him, drawn by his humor and his genuine interest in others. Despite fame, he stayed humble and approachable. Stuart never let success change who he was at heart. Stuart treated everyone with respect, never forgetting his roots. He cherished his hometown connections and valued old friendships as much as new ones. His authenticity made him beloved by fans and peers alike. People admired not just his talent, but his honesty and openness. He was open about his struggles, sharing both triumphs and setbacks. Stuart believed in being real, never shying away from the truth of his journey. In his autobiography, he wrote honestly about life's highs and lows, offering readers a glimpse into his world and the lessons he learned along the way. Stuart's mix of rock star swagger and genuine kindness made him unique. He balanced confidence with compassion, never losing sight of what mattered most. He was as comfortable with global stars as he was in his local pub, always able to connect with people from all walks of life. His personality was his superpower, on stage, on air, and in life. Stuart Cable's spirit left a mark on everyone he met, and his legacy continues to inspire. Stuart Cable's passing in 2010 left a void in music and broadcasting. Tributes poured in, honoring his talent, humor, and kindness. He's remembered as a phenomenal drummer. His beats still echo in Stereophonics' early records. Stuart inspired a new generation of musicians, but his legacy goes beyond music. He was a brilliant broadcaster and a champion for new artists. His work at BBC Radio Wales left an indelible mark. Stuart showed it's possible to reinvent yourself and keep sharing your passion. He was a true Welsh icon, son, friend, and hero. His story is one of dreaming big, working hard, and living with heart. Though gone too soon, Stuart Cable's beat goes on.